Ugh, again. He is scrolling through YouTube instead of doing that thing. Seriously now, don't worry. I'm not here to judge you. In fact, I'm here to tell you something that might just change your life. Overcoming procrastination is way simpler than you think. And no, I'm not about to hit you with some overly complicated 10-step system or tell you to wake up at 4 a.m. to hack your productivity. This is real talk, from me to you, like we're just two friends catching up over coffee. So, grab your coffee mug right now. Okay, let's start with a little truth bomb. Procrastination isn't about laziness. Nope, it's not even about time management. It's about emotions. Think about it. When you procrastinate, it's usually because whatever you're avoiding feels overwhelming, boring, scary, or just plain unpleasant. Your brain's like, nope, not today. And suddenly, reorganizing your sock drawer seems like the most urgent task in the world. I'd put off writing papers until the night before, delay starting projects until the deadline was breathing down my neck, and don't even get me started on my taxes. But over time, I realized something. Procrastination isn't some unbeatable monster. It's just a habit. And habits, they can be broken. So, let's talk about how. First, let's get one thing straight. You're not broken. Procrastination doesn't mean you're flawed or incapable. It just means your brain's doing what brains do, trying to protect you from discomfort. But here's the good news. You can outsmart it. Imagine being so smart that you can outsmart yourself. And it starts with understanding the why behind your procrastination. Ask yourself, what's really going on when you procrastinate? Are you afraid of failing? Are you overwhelmed by the size of the task? Or maybe you're just bored out of your mind? Once you figure out the root cause, you can start addressing it. For example, if you're overwhelmed, break the task into smaller, more manageable chunks. If something takes less than 2 minutes to do, just do it right away. Send that email, put away those dishes, write that first sentence. Why? Because starting is often the hardest part. Once you've started, momentum kicks in, and suddenly, you're rolling. It's like Newton's first law of motion. Objects in motion tend to stay in motion. So, give yourself that little push. You'll be amazed at how much you can get done. Another big trick? Stop waiting for the perfect moment. Spoiler alert. It doesn't exist. You're not going to magically feel motivated one day and suddenly become a productivity machine. Motivation follows action, not the other way around. So, instead of waiting for inspiration to strike, just start. Even if it's messy. Even if it's not perfect. Done is better than perfect. Every single time. And let's talk about distractions for a second. Because, let's be real, our phones are basically procrastination machines. I mean, how many times have you picked up your phone to check one thing and suddenly found yourself deep in a rabbit hole of memes and cat OIIA videos? Guilty as charged. So, here's a tip. Create a distraction-free zone. Put your phone in another room, close those extra browser tabs, and give yourself a fighting chance to focus. You'll be surprised at how much more you can get done when you're not constantly pulled in a million directions. Now let's get a little deeper for a second. Because sometimes, procrastination isn't just about the task at hand. It's about fear. Fear of failure, fear of success, fear of not being good enough. And guess what? That's totally normal. This is our nature as humans. But here's the thing. You don't have to let that fear control you. Instead of seeing failure as this big, scary monster, try reframing it. Failure is just feedback. It's how we learn and grow. So, give yourself permission to mess up, because the only real failure is not trying at all. One more thing. Be kind to yourself. Beating yourself up for procrastinating only makes it worse. It's like trying to dig yourself out of a hole by shoveling faster. It just doesn't work. Instead, practice self-compassion. Acknowledge that you're human, that you're doing the best you can, and that it's okay to have off days. Progress, not perfection. Remember? See you soon, friend.